history has been made. Conor McGregor is the UFC lightweight champion.
What a performance. Didn't just do it. Did it flow.
Fucking hell. God. What a fucking man. I ended up not even staying up and watching the fight. I passed out. I just smothered myself in medication and went to sleep because over the last week or so, coughing my lungs up, just dying. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just the climate change and coming out of the gym in wet t-shirts and shit. This video is going to be a little different. I'm going to dedicate this hangover-free Sunday to a Q&A because over the last few weeks I've had multiple people on all social medias just asking me to do another Q&A because a lot has happened since the last one. I might as well go ahead with the first question to do with the UFC, and it's thoughts on McGregor at the 205 press conference. I'm going to give me thoughts on the post-fight press conference because it's obviously going to be a lot different than the pre-fight, and if I was talking about the pre-fight, post-fight, it just wouldn't make sense now because we already know the result. Oh man, back to what I was saying before I got cut off. Basically, lads, you can't blame him. The amount of momentum this lad brought that company, talking about the whole he wants equity in the business and stuff. He's a two-weight world champion. It's understandable, and I think he does have feet to stand on. He does have a base to stand on when he does confront the UFC about this. But I could sit here for hours and talk about all the other stuff he mentioned, the way he's going to be a dad, fair play to him. I don't know how that's going to be, just growing up knowing your dad's Conor McGregor. But anyway, I'm going to get a bit of food now, then wait about an hour and get off and train, but I'll get to all the other questions in a bit. I'm just going to be a lazy motherfucker and lie here for about 20 minutes and then get up. There's going to be a good few questions, so most likely just going to keep pulling the camera out and answering them throughout the day. Who will I get to now? These are from everything: Snapchat, Instagram, the whole lot. So if you're not on one of them, get on it. Hold on, I'm just going to put that there. Okay. This is from Yivis Kirans. I'm probably butchering your name. If you had a chance to be sponsored by any supplement brand, which would it be and why? 100% Cellucor, because I've never tasted a pre-workout or had a pre-workout work as good as C4, the one that I used, the one that I just showed there a second ago. I've never had a pre-workout as good as that one in terms of taste, effectiveness, and just the product in itself. But yeah, if there was one brand, there's obviously many, but if there had to be one, it would be Cellucor, just because since day one I've been using their product and it'd be sick to be sponsored by them. I'll answer one more. This is for Jody. Can you die from a hangover and still go to work? I'm sure you can die from a hangover, but Jody, if you're dead, you won't be going to work. I've decided I'm just going to park up here in front of absolutely loads of people staring at me and answer a question. Hold on. Talk about not caring what people think. Gracie, what's the best thing for putting on size? Realistically, being in a surplus and slowly increasing the weight that you're working with. Just progressive overload with weights and making sure that you're always in a surplus of calories with specific macros to hit those calories. But basically just up your intake in terms of calories and up your weight gradually over a couple of weeks. Just progressive overload and you'll see growth. It's absolutely freezing. Right, Brad, what do you do for cardio while you're on a cut, and do you increase the time you spend doing it each week? Basically he wants to know what way I go about cardio on a cut. Jeez, it's cold. What way I go about cardio on a cut. Basically, I start really light. I never go heavy on cardio. The calories, in a deficit of calories should be more than enough for you to lose weight. But basically, start small, start light. As the weeks are going on, slowly increase it. I'd stay away from high intensity cardio completely. You're not in any hurry. Give it time, don't be in a rush for anything. If you want to get shit done, if you want to get results, it will come, just be patient. But slowly increase cardio, add an extra day of cardio every 2 weeks, and maybe once you have 6 days of cardio, just up the length of cardio that you're doing. So basically you're going to be in a surplus of calories, you're going to be dropping them throughout the weeks, and then as you're slowly increasing cardio, your body is going to be burning off a little bit more calories, so you'll see faster results. But at the start it will be slow. That's the same with every cut. You've just to be patient at the very start, and then as you're getting deeper into it, the surplus gets deeper and deeper and you start seeing more results. But you don't want to shock your body straight away by just adding in high intensity cardio and having your calories really low, because your body's not going to adjust that well to it. It's going to burn muscle. It's not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. So yeah, Brad, just slowly increase cardio and that'll do the trick. I'm gonna answer another quick one, or a few quick ones before I go make some food. How long have you been training? Training roughly 4 years now, coming up to 4 years. Probably about 3 years serious. Like, I only joined the gym when I was 16, so 4 years though I'm working out. That was asked by Dan. This is Chris Reynolds. What's your opinion on creatine? I have no opinion on it. You can take it if you want. I've taken it. I've been on creatine a few times. I mean, it helps a little bit, but it's nothing that I would go out of my way to make sure I'm always taking. Keen asks, how do you correct symmetry and how do you stop your predominant side getting a better pump? Form, nail form. If one muscle is bigger than the other, give that a separate day after your main workout. Let's say it's chest, you have 2 uneven pecs. Hit a chest workout, wait 2 or 3 days, then go in and just isolate the part or the side that's smaller. But on the days where you're hitting the full muscle group, make sure your form is absolutely nailed. That's key. But yeah, that's what I've been noticing. I have uneven pecs of uneven fucking everything. But that's the way I go about it. On the days that I'm hitting the full muscle group, I'll mainly focus on form and stuff like that. But then I'll give a day or two during the week where I'm just isolating the parts that are less dominant than the dominant side. So yeah.
All day, I can do this all night, all month, all year, for my whole entire life. Who you know got a home but seem to live on the road, looking like a black gypsy in a caravan of bros.